Welcome to Studying with KJ. Today, we'll be going over the introduction to order of operations. Now, before we get into solving some example problems, we must first know what are the order of operations. And I have that written here. So, the order of operations are the rules that tell us the sequence or order, sequence and order mean the same thing, in which we should solve a mathematical expression with multiple operations. Now, in order to properly or correctly solve a mathematical expression with multiple operations, there's some rules we need to follow. Now, if you look below our definition, I have an illustration of the acronym PEMDAS. We use this acronym to correctly solve multiple operations within a mathematical expression in the correct order. So, if you are having trouble remembering the acronym PEMDAS when you're solving a mathematical expression with multiple operations, you can remember the word or the phrase, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you can remember that phrase, which is pretty simple to remember, then you can remember the acronym PEMDAS. So the P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses. So when you're solving a mathematical expression with multiple operations and you see parentheses, then you solve whatever's in those parentheses first. After parentheses, we have E, which stands for exponents. So after you solve whatever's in your parentheses, the next thing you will solve are exponents, if exponents are in your mathematical expression. Now, after exponents, we have multiplication or multiply and divide. Those are in the same step 3. So, when you're solving a mathematical expression with multiple operations, you're supposed to read your expression from left to right. If you're reading your expression from left to right and you see a multiplication sign first, then you multiply first. If you see a division sign first, then you divide first. That same thing goes for our step 4, which is add and subtract. When you read your mathematical expression from left to right and an addition sign comes first, you add first. If a subtraction sign comes first, then you subtract first. So now that we have a understanding of our acronym PEMDAS, we can get into solving some example problems. So our example problem 1 reads parentheses 7 times 9 minus 3. So looking at our acronym PEMDAS, we know that we must solve whatever's in our parentheses first. And we have 7 times 9 in our parentheses. So 7 times 9 gives us what? 63. So after we solve that, then we bring down whatever we haven't used yet, which is this minus 3. Now that we did that, we can go ahead and solve. 63 minus 3 is what? 60. And that is our answer for example problem 1. Now we can go on to example problem 2. We have 4 times, and then in our parentheses, we have 6 plus 3 minus 4. Now we know that when we use our acronym PEMDAS, we have to add first in this case, because if you read what's in our parentheses, 6 plus 3 minus 4, we have an addition sign and a subtraction sign. We read that from left to right, addition comes before subtraction. So we will do 6 plus 3, which is 9, and then we do minus 4. So 9 minus 4 is what? 5. So after we solve what's in our parentheses, then we bring down whatever we haven't used, which is 4 times. So now we can do 4 times 5, and 4 times 5 gives us 20. So 20 is our answer for example problem 2. Now we can go on to our example problem 3. We have our parentheses 1 times 6 plus 8, and on the outside of our parentheses we have plus 21 divided by 3. So we know we have to solve whatever's in our parentheses first. So in our parentheses we have a multiplication operation and an addition operation. So we know that when we use the acronym PEMDAS, multiplication comes before addition. So we will do 1 times 6 first. 1 times 6 is what? 6. And then we do 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. So now we bring down whatever we haven't used, which is the addition sign, and then a 21 divided by 3. Now we have 14 plus 21 divided by 3, and we have the operation of addition and the operation of division. So if we look at PEMDAS, you would divide before you add, right? because we have a division right here, and then after division or divide comes addition. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. Then we bring down whatever we haven't used, which is 14, and our addition sign. So now we can go ahead and solve. 14 plus 7 gives you what? It gives you 21. And that is our answer for example problem 3. So that concludes today's lesson. Remember, the more you go over these type of problems, the better you'll get. Thanks for studying with KJ.